Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 2 of the For Real podcast. And our expert panel just got a whole lot bigger. We are joined, as always, by the vibrant Kayla and Sommer, and we have two very special guests today, professional groomers Jordyn and Stevie. Jordyn, Stevie, welcome to the For Real podcast. It's an honor to have you. Thank you for rolling with the punches here with us on the show. And thank you for your time. How does it feel to be on the first official duo of guests on the For Real podcast? Are you honored?
Very, very honored. Yes, very
This is
excited.
exciting.
We're going to delve deep into navigating this wonderful, wild industry that you all know and love. But before we do that, we are fresh off the heels of Groomed, formerly the Atlanta Pet Fair. And before we get started, some congratulations are in order. Of course, Summer, you achieved an accolade. You earned your Groom Team USA jacket. And even a novice at best like myself knows that that is a prestigious accolade. It's a big deal. So when I see that and I hear that, I can tell that that means something very important and prestigious. But what does that honor actually entail? What does it require to get there? What does that actually mean for you? And congratulations, Summer.
Well, thank you. So how do we get there? It takes just a lot of patience, time, and just putting back into our craft and practicing. What did it take to get there other than that? A lot of money and a lot of understanding of which dogs I want to take to which show and, how many dogs I have in my house. So I carry about 2 in every class for the classes I'm competing in. So that can be between 6 to 8, depending on how many classes I want to compete with. So yeah, with what you see at shows, it also is all the maintenance at home and nutrition, using the correct products on the coats to get them to that point that they're ready to be competed with. So yeah, that's what goes into it in the short. But it was really cool. I'm really happy to have my Groom Team jacket. And yeah, hopefully we will see it in the next couple weeks, as I was told. So I don't have it yet. There was a misprint on one of the sponsors, but I was told I should have it soon.
Isn't that kind of just synonymous with the industry as a whole? I mean, you two ladies tell me every day about pivoting and things of that nature. So if you wouldn't have it any other way, would you, Summer?
Me, I would. I would. I would. But like we've talked about before, we pivot around these things. So instead of having like the smocks at Groomed, the Groom Team board provided us with the Groom Team USA t-shirts. So we had those instead. And then they did have the jackets there. So we did get to wear that. We did get them like on the stage, but then they had to go back to be fixed. So they'll be sending it all out to me soon, hopefully.
You got to feel them and touch them.
Yes. It was this close.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah, that's
Thank
amazing.
you.
That was one of our favorite parts to watch too.
I didn't even get to see it. I was prepping your dog.
I know. Thank goodness. Because that's Sunday. So Sunday's crazy because you have all the creative people working on their stuff while you're trying to get the best in show dogs ready. And then
And get out of Brutal.
yeah, and get out of Poodle.
Best in show.
Yeah, they like to do everything all at one time. So like,
Well, Stevie and Jordyn, what was Groomed like for both of you in particular? I saw a lot of pictures from the ISB booth. What is the trade show scene like for the two of you, and specifically, what was Atlanta like being there, especially being in the presence of these two ladies? What was it like, being around the scenery in Atlanta, and what was your experience?
You go first.
It was amazing, honestly. It was a hustle and bustle, but I was enamored, and it was just kind of like, we're here, we made it. I went in just feeling happy, really, really happy, just the fact that we were down there. So.
It was definitely crazy. I did not think that it was going to be that busy when we were down there, but yeah, definitely one of the bigger shows that I've been to, or the busiest ones.
Yeah.
Summer and Kayla kind of just took me under their wing, and I just like followed them around
Yeah.
all weekend. So, and then we got to, you know, see Suzanne and Dr. Favor and the whole ISB team, and you always feel so welcomed with them. And
Oh yeah.
you know, that booth is our booth essentially, so it's always really nice to go run over there if you ever need anything. They're always there for you.
The first person I think we ran into was Dr. Favor.
It was, yes, it was actually. Yep.
He appears everywhere.
He just
does.
does. We were just
And
like dropping something off,
on
and
Thursday
he's like,
night, yeah.
he was just right there.
Yeah.
And he's kind of like a rock star in that world. Like I noticed when I was at these trade shows and filming with them, I'm like, there's tens of thousands of people here and everybody knows him and wants to talk to him.
Oh yeah, you can't get a word down.
Yes. You got to wait until the trade show ends.
Yep.
On the ISB platforms in Pet Skin Academy, we just put out a video about why it is so important to attend trade shows to continue to further your education. Aside from just like the ambiance or the atmosphere or the gravity of the trade show itself, why do you feel it is so important as you continue to progress in your career? Why do you feel it's important for anybody to attend the industry trade shows if possible?
I'll take this one. So we're small town Minnesota. Our closest cities are 3 hours away. So, and there's nothing really here. I also came from South Dakota, where there was not a lot of, you're not really able to move into this world unless you travel far. So when we went to our first trade show, that's where it kind of came up, was all the education, and that quickly just found our way that, yeah, we like these trade shows. We like to go. We still take classes. I mean, we constantly try and take as many classes as we can. We can always learn from everybody. Even, you know, the more we go, the more we get our little network of people.
Always meet somebody new every time.
Yep. And like Kayla and Summer, right? Like I would have never had the opportunity to be where we are if, you know, we hadn't have met them. I will tell you, Kayla and Gavin I watched them compete at my first trade show, and that's what I wanted to aspire to be with a Gavin baby. So I don't even know if she knows that, but that was the first time that I got to
we got your number, and we got to say hi to you.
Which show was that?
Hershey. Our first one.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Wait, which year? I need to know now.
Kayla, it was the year. It was that year.
It was 2.5 years ago. So whatever that is.
I didn't have Gavin that year. I had Aria.
Nope, you had Gavin.
So it was the year before that year.
It had to been 3 years.
3. That was 3 years ago.
Okay,
Yeah.
so 3 years.
3 years ago.
Okay.
So 2023.
Oh, that's so cute. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yep.
And
So
you're getting
the
a
whole
new
thing
puppy.
Yep. We took Dr. Favor's class. We were blown away. Immediately went over, signed up for the Pet Skin Academy, met Suzanne. Suzanne was like, "Here, you have to come meet Kayla." And then from there, we've kind of just been in ISB.
I like how current the knowledge is at these shows, and how upkeep they keep everything. That is, you can't beat that anywhere else.
That was my first show in open.
Was it really?
Was it really?
Yeah. Yes.
You won.
Yep.
Yeah. I know. I remember because I stalked you for years.
In summer, we knew who each other. I knew who you were, but I didn't know you yet.
Because I can't remember if that's the year that I went second with my Welsh in the group, or
I think it is. No, I think it is.
Because I think you got into open right before I did, and I got into open right after New England, because Fitz was my first open show.
That sounds right. That's so funny. Okay, so there was a lot of people there that year. Wish I remembered
I
everybody.
did.
But
We
like
know that we
now
know
I'm like
that you
thinking
did
back,
that.
I want to go back in pictures and stuff and be like,
Yeah.
It was
That
it was a
was-
really
And
quick
you were
meet.
running around
Yep.
just
Yep.
doing your thing, you know?
You had just gotten done competing.
Yeah.
okay. That was when I was in a state of shock, probably.
Yep. And you were going over to like get your picture taken.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Cool. I think that's awesome.
Yep.
And now you get to have a Gavin baby.
I know. See, full circle, full circle. I just put a deposit down on a Gavin baby.
So Kayla and Summer, I mean, I know when you were attending the trade shows, I know you're snatching awards left and right. I think Summer, I think you took home some additional hardware at Atlanta this year, didn't you?
Yes, I won the sporting group with my Welsh Springer, and yeah, it's pretty cool.
So do you still subscribe to that theory, like all these years in and with all your experience, do you think trade shows are vital, especially for a novice groomer or even for an experienced groomer like all of us here and that are, well, not all of us, certainly not me, but business owners, do Kayla and Summer, do you subscribe to that theory that it is still vital to attend as many trade shows as possible?
Yeah, I do. I would. You always learn something new. And I think competing as well, you're trying to improve on your last groom. So you're always going to improve. You know, we work alone, like Summer's also mobile too. So I feel like it also holds you accountable a little bit to say like, why are you starting to, if you get little bad habits too, it's to go stay fresh,
Yep.
get a critique from someone. It's not like you're in a shop where you can go, does this look too tight? Does this face look round enough? Silly things that you can take back home. Yeah. And they're fun.
Yeah.
They
They're
are.
exhausting, but
They're
they're fun.
exhausting. Yeah. But fun.
So then to all of you, how do you justify taking the time away from your business or your clients, the cost that obviously comes with it? We're just being open and honest here, because even though we know that we garner a lot of knowledge and experience and relationships from these trade shows, it still comes at an exorbitant cost, right? Like it's expensive. It takes away a lot of your time from your business. So what would you say to someone who's like, I don't know if I can justify that cost? I mean, clearly you have to work within your budget and you can't live beyond your means, but how do you get ladies juggle that aspect of it, like
You
justifying
got to
that money?
spend money to make money.
Yep.
Yep.
You start
Because
small.
anything you invest in yourself goes right back into your business.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
People
You want-
come to you because you have what you've built.
Yep.
So, yes, expensive, but it works out in the end. So, I know Summer, myself, I know these two probably, people start driving to you because you're
Yeah.
the one in the area that knows what they're doing because you have all of these experiences. And you ladies brought home some hardware too.
Yep.
So
Yep.
mention.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
So
Stevie,
So if I remember correctly, Stevie went best first timer.
yep.
Yep. Yep.
Second in entry poodle and
Yep.
then best in show.
First
First
timer.
timer. She cleaned house.
Yeah,
I
she
know.
did.
I was like, whoo,
Yep.
She got third.
I
that's
got-
our person.
And you did
Yep.
freestyle, got
Yep. I
third.
got third in freestyle.
Yep.
Yep. And that was a huge class.
Oh, it was huge.
I was
The Atlanta
surprised.
show tends to be bigger in the contest ring because
Yeah.
they have room. They have the
Yeah.
table.
Which was really cool.
Yep.
She told me when we signed up, she's like, it's not that big, don't worry about it, because it was my first show. And then we heard down the grapevine,
I lied.
no, it's actually a really big show. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think
Gotta do
sometimes
it.
that you get more like points in open even from that show than you do sometimes Hershey.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Thick.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't know either. See,
Where
you
does,
always learn something.
where does Atlanta rank amongst, like, as far as size? I've been to a few, and the first one I ever attended was Hershey. I live 20 minutes away from there, and I had no idea that this world was that massive. I walked in and my brain fell out of my skull, and when I saw
That's what we felt like.
Yeah.
So I feel like Atlanta is the biggest show that a
This
company
one was
holds.
huge.
No, if you look at the amount of tables.
Okay.
Are we
Okay.
talking, are we talking entire trade show and competition, like the whole thing, or are we
I
talking
I was
competition?
just asking kind of like what feels like the most daunting or overwhelming when you walk in, just the whole grand scope. I mean, because
Hershey.
is
Yeah.
Hershey.
If I had to rank them, I would say Hershey, All-American, and Atlanta are the three. Those are the ones you can get most points. That's what I'm thinking. But the trade show sizes too.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's bigger than those three? I mean, Intergroom, if it was sanctioned, is getting big again.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, okay. But so I disagree with the groomed versus Hershey.
do
Her,
tell.
What's
her
your opinion?
be, because groomed, you have that's when they announce the top 10. That's when the new jacket members get all their stuff. That you don't have classes like sporting and freestyle together. So your open level competitors are able to do more classes.
Yep.
Um, they also have a wider range of classes.
Yeah.
So I've seen they've done like a model dog competition. They've
The
done
duo competition.
right where a lot of the like Hershey, they don't have those.
They
They
have
have
Roundup.
they have Roundup in the parking garage. Um,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
um, they have that, but I mean that's where the holding is. Um, and they have Abstract. I don't think
Yeah.
they do a Clipper Classic. So
No,
I
they
think
did. They did this year. They did do a
they did
Clipper
this year.
Classic. Yeah, because Antonio won it with
But
the
like,
Status
and I'm
Quo.
thinking, so they have more tables. They have a wide Groomed has a wider variety of classes, I think. And also, if you took the vendors and put all the Hershey vendors in one room, the size of Atlanta's room, it'd be about the same.
I
So
think
that's
Hershey
why
has more vendors and more education, though.
Yeah.
I feel like
they
Yes.
might
Hershey
have
has
more
more,
education.
more vendors and more education than
That's why I kind of, when you put the whole thing together, and obviously, like, Groomed is WPA, Hershey's Barkley.
Berkeley.
So I feel like those are the two big shows. I remember when I went to All American when it was busy the year I went, the year it didn't coincide with Super Zoo. That was a big one. Um, you know, Pet Quest, the competition might be big, but the vendors, it's small. And then you have all the small shows. Like Kentucky's small. It's nice and intimate though. Tacoma's intimate. New England, if it happens.
I
Um,
liked Kentucky. I went to Kentucky, the RW Groom X, and I really liked that show. That show was, like you said, really nice and intimate, family. Like that was the first one that I competed at. And
mhm.
so I think that was a great, like, first time competition. It wasn't overwhelming. People were there to, like, I went by myself. I just drove from Minnesota to Kentucky by myself, didn't have anybody, and people took me under their wing and just, you could ask whatever questions you wanted, and their bathing area was amazing. I kind of got a little spoiled for my first competition, the bathing area. And I was like, oh, this is easy. And then I went to my next one and I was like, that is not how.
Yeah. Ralph does a really nice
Ralph
job.
does a really good job. And
He is very
so
used
great.
to dog shows and what the
Yes.
dog show people expect for
Yep.
bathing. And he's been in the industry for I don't even know how many decades, but he really does take into account what the groomers are going to need.
Yes.
And because we if you're competing or if you're bringing other people in, he does realize that you start with the competitors and those people will bring more people in and spread the word. And
Oh
I
yeah.
know he's really trying to make that a really nice show for vendors and competitors.
Very nice show.
And
It really is a really nice show.
yeah,
Jordyn Stevie, how long into this game, into this world, into this industry, how far along are both of you into this? How many years of experience have you been doing this? Are we business owners? Do we work under others, or have we done it all? What's your experience been like, and how long have you been in the game?
Yeah, I've been grooming for 10 years. But I have been in the industry as a um I grew up on a farm. I was a technician for years before this, since I was in high school. Went to college. I have a bachelor's in animal science and then a bachelor's degree in biology as well. Um, and then teched after that for multiple years before going into the dog boarding and grooming business where I managed. And then because I was managing, I wanted to learn all the aspects, and so started to groom under a master groomer, show groomer. And so from there, I worked there for about 5 years, and then we moved to Minnesota and started my own business and have been kind of by myself since then.
Mhm. Yeah. I started my own business. She taught me in a salon, but we all kind of had our own businesses. And about 3 years ago, I grew up with just horses and dogs. So I just kind of got experience with animals that way wise. And now I just work out of my house. That's that short as my story is.
Yep, we're both home groomers. So I moved from the salon that we both worked at. I moved to home base 2.5 years ago.
When you got your start, did you have any preconceived notions of what this career path might actually entail or what it might actually be like? And then when you actually got in and, got some experience under your belt, did you have a moment or a client or a dog that you were like, okay, this is a reality check. Now I know what this industry is really like?
Coming from the technician world, there's always a big, I don't know what the right word is, competition, I guess, between vets and groomers. So, you always have that preconceived notion of what groomers are like in the vet world. When I got into it, yeah, it was completely different. It was a completely different side of things. The boarding side was, oh, I do get to play with dogs all day. I get to go out and take them for walks and go play. And then the grooming world, I will tell you, I cried for probably every day the first 2 years that I learned how to groom because it was, yeah, not as easy as everybody thinks it is.
Yeah.
And I am a perfectionist and I want to do everything to the best of my ability.
Long hours.
Long hours. I had a very tough mentor teacher, and I love her dearly, still talk to her almost every day. And she made me to what I was today. So I'm glad that she was hard on me. And you just kind of have to be tough to be in this industry, to be
Tough
honest.
skin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty
And
much.
does the rest of the panel echo those sentiments? I mean, obviously, I know that we pivot all the time and you have to deal with so many different variables, but I mean, you have to be physically tough, obviously, and mentally tough. And I look at people that are on the grooming tables during competition, but also just knowing, like my dog, for example, is such high energy, half boxer, half pit bull. And I'm like, even just grooming this beautiful creature is probably exhausting. So, like, I think it's fair to say you have to be a machine almost, it seems like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Is there one skill, whether it's like scissoring, de-shedding, or anything else that is like exponentially more difficult than you anticipated, or that's more difficult than any other one thing, or is everything equally challenging?
Prep work.
What'd she say? What'd you
Prep
say?
work.
Prep
Your
work.
prep.
Yeah. I would probably say, drying. Drying is probably
Yep.
like
Prep work.
the hardest thing that I've had to learn.
Oh, learning
You're-
how to stand on
Wow.
your feet all day.
Yeah, that too.
That was painful.
Yeah.
So when you say drying, are you talking about with an actual like blow dryer, like drying with the towel, or the whole thing? Because to someone who has no experience whatsoever, I would feel like that's almost like the light at the end of the tunnel. Like you're almost getting to the end and you're almost done. No, Kayla's saying hell no. Okay. So what is it about drying that's so difficult? I mean, I understand why it's all difficult, but what is it about that process?
It's understanding what coat type you're drying, what
Yeah.
type of drying you're doing. Because you can crate dry, you can air dry, you can velocity dry, you can fluff dry. When to dry, when not to dry, when to jacket a dog so it dries with the coat proper. The technique of how you're actually holding the dryer, which nozzle to use,
Which
um,
direction to blow the
which
hair?
direction.
Yep.
What do you want
Yep.
the coat to do?
So there's
Yeah, like
different
I mean,
techniques to even just, I mean, I guess that does make sense, but each coat
yeah,
or each breed requires a different drying technique as well. Why would anybody do
yeah,
this for a career?
It's very
fun.
rewarding. It's
It's
very
fun.
rewarding.
No, no
And
question.
we don't have to deal with people all the time, kind of
Yeah,
ish.
yeah,
Yeah.
Somewhat though. There is
Yeah.
I
still
said
people
I
involved.
said kind of ish.
That's
Well,
probably been the most difficult is people dealing with time and clients.
yeah, yeah,
well, I think also it's learning how to decode what an owner is saying, learning what
Yeah.
to say
yeah,
to an owner that
And nobody
gets
teaches you
through
that.
to them. Yeah, it's like, for example, if I have a matted pelted dog come and I know this owner's going, I don't want to shave, it's almost playing the part of, oh, I really don't want to shave your dog either. That really sucks. You get on their level and you're like, but we gotta, I'm sorry. Like, instead of being like,
Yeah.
I gotta shave your dog. Sorry, you suck, which obviously don't say that to a client. But like over the years, as you get experience, you figure out how to word things.
Yeah.
Like,
yes,
you're
Oh
better
yeah.
off just restarting because it's just gonna mat if I do mat this and your dog's gonna hate me.
yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
so
And
there's
God
that too.
always first. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You almost act like they're their best friend, acting like their therapist to be like, it's gonna be okay.
The
Yes,
stories.
a lot of psychology goes into this
Yeah.
as well.
The
yes.
stories.
Yeah.
The excuses.
Yep.
The excuses are probably one of my hardest
Yeah.
things to get over.
We call each other about
Yeah.
the 5
Mhm.
o'clock stories.
Yeah.
Is that
My
So-
excuses?
dog was brushed out, but then I drove here and it got matted because of the
Yeah.
Yeah.
window.
Yeah.
I got blamed snow mold the other day.
Yeah.
It's like, what is
Yeah.
snow mold?
But I think that's a groomer skills that you have to develop too
You do.
as you go.
Yeah.
Is also learning that and interpreting what an owner
Yeah.
wants.
Yeah.
Yep.
I find as you're learning, that's one of the harder things when you're starting, that
Yeah.
they might have a completely preconceived notion of what they describe to
Yeah.
you, and then they show up and they're like, the hell did you do?
You have to
Like,
learn communication skills, and nobody teaches you that in life.
Yeah.
corporate is a really good place to learn that though.
Yes.
You can run and hide.
Yeah.
So pretty much every groomer that I've actually had a one-on-one conversation with, they shared with me that typically they had one dog or one case that really like taught them what the industry is really like, more so than any seminar ever could, or any textbook ever could, or any curriculum ever could. Do any of you on the panel have that similar situation where you're like, there was one case, and maybe hopefully you can laugh at it now or look back on it fondly, or it was a teaching moment for lack of better terms, but is there one case or one animal that you can, or one client that all of you can remember where you're like, okay, this is really the moment where I really know what I'm in for now?
I had a sheepadoodle named Hobbs, and he came in every 6 weeks. And I immediately was put on him, and we never cut him down. Never. He was like a scissor trim, and it was just like Hobbs Day. That's it. That's all we ever called it, was Hobbs Day, because he took the entire day to do. And when you're a brand new groomer,
That's a lot.
it's a lot, because I mean, now I could probably do him within, 4 showers. Back then it was an all day project, and I'll never remember him or never forget him. He was just, the biggest sweetheart. But yeah, he tested everything that you had in you during those days.
Yeah.
Shout out to Hobbs.
Yeah, shout out to Hobbs. Yeah, shout out to Hobbs. Yeah, I'll never forget that boy.
How do you handle when a client or a pet parent is watching your work unfold, or if they're being particularly picky? So we're talking a little bit about like the client groomer relationship now, and obviously you share as much as you're comfortable sharing. Is it common practice in this world for the client to stay and watch, or is that just like wildly uncomfortable? Does it happen? Does it not happen? Is it supposed to happen? And if they want to be there during the process, how do all of you navigate that?
I love it.
I didn't know.
I love showing
they
them
don't, they're not coming in my van.
I'll send them to Stevie.
So for me, it is the dog acts differently for me than they do for their owners. they will behave for me, and if the owner's there, then it's a fight. So I prefer not to have to do that and explain to the owner that their dog is putting on behavior that they don't normally put on for me. So I don't allow them. I did work in a corporate where they had like the fishbowl
Windows.
Yeah.
thing, and
No.
it was so distracting for the dog. It was so distracting for me because then you have people, banging on the windows, or you'll have that client that's watching their dog and they're like, "Well, you need to do this." No, I haven't gotten to that part. I haven't worked on the face. Like, just give me a moment. So I don't. If they want to be in there with their dog, I say book a late appointment where you can see through my windows. When it's dark enough, you can see through my windows and you can watch where your dog can't see out. Because I don't mind them watching. It is, I don't want the dog to see them kind of thing.
Yeah.
So,
I explained to them, think of how excited your dog gets when you get home. Now add scissors.
Yeah.
I don't want scissors near her face. You know,
I
I just
love showing
can't.
them because it shows them exactly what we go through. So I tell them, if you want to stay here 3 hours, I'll stay here 3 hours and you can see what I do. I don't care how long it takes. And then they appreciate me even more. So,
And when
and they
that
I'll
don't stay the
video.
next time.
I'll video, but I don't
Yeah.
want them in there. And
And
then
I
you
don't
get the
really
ones that
have.
want to help clean up the table for you, and you're like, go away.
Yeah.
I did one house call, and that was like, stop, just stop touching my stuff. They'd move stuff. I'm like, stop. There's a little hair on her ear. I haven't done the ear yet.
Yeah. I do
And if they
have
make a noise,
a couple that, because I'm by myself, that they're a little hard to handle, and they do act better with parents around. And so, but usually that's just kind of like the finish work or like the nails. Like I'll have,
yeah,
they get to help me with the nails, they get to help me with kind of whatever, but then like the bath and drying process, nope, they leave. And then usually I'll call them back when I kind of just need their help on those little finishing touches, and then they come back. But that's about all I allow.
This is probably a stupid question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. When the dog is being groomed, do they know? Are they cognizant of what you are actually doing with them?
most of them,
Yes.
especially if you keep to a routine. Like I
Yeah.
have a couple dogs I do that I actually have to switch the order because they know the last thing I do. And they get
Yeah.
really excited because they're like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm gonna see mom. This is great. And you're
Hmm.
like, I need to fix something. Stop. And they're like, hi. So they do. And I have other dogs. Like I have this one dog I'm thinking he's a little Papillon mix. He's a little shit, and I love him because of it. But he will work himself up so badly because he knows I'm going to do his nails. So
Yeah.
I do one paw first, we move on. I do another paw. Like I don't let him get to threshold.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
once he knows that's done, he's fine. If I waited to the end, he's building up anxiety. So they definitely learn, and that's why I tell people stick to the same groomer too, because you learn the dogs learn you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they always feel better when they're done. They're so like, I'm beautiful. And then on the way, they're like, I'm happy to see you, but I really don't want to bath today. And
Yeah.
you're like, I'm sorry. Your mom signed you up for this. Um,
Kayla got to deal with a dog at Groomed that was
yeah, yours,
very used to a routine.
yours.
He was ready to lay down to get his
I
top knot
didn't
work
call you when
done.
I was done, Summer. I didn't call you. He was
Actually, he
not
told
call.
me I had to be there, but
I
yes.
wasn't sure what was. He's so I use Dean Summer's mini at Groomed, because Willow, this creature that's asleep, was sent to a dog show. I flew down with Gavin, who of course has no hair right now. Summer let me use, what is he, 15 months old, 14 months old? He's a baby.
Yeah, 14 months old, yeah.
Yeah, so like we just wanted to have a good experience in the contest ring, and it was fun. We hadn't seen him sprayed up in a Continental yet. He did good, but he definitely has some mom attachment issues.
He did good.
He did good. He did
Good.
good. He let me spray him
He
up in 5 minutes. I was like, good boy. He's like, I'm
he
cool.
is very much used to like this is the way we dry you. And when he thought he needed to lay down, it did
He was
not
in a grooming
matter
loop and
if
he
he
threw
had a
up.
loop on or not. He was
He went
like,
to lay down
no,
and
we're laying down no
I'm
matter
like, why
what.
are you choking out? And then Summer tells me this. Oh, he thinks you're probably going to dry him to lay down. And so what he ended up doing was when I got to the front of him, he said, well, I'm a poodle. I'm supposed to lay down. Like we said, drying technique. You dry
Yeah.
their neck hair a little differently. And he was trying to lay down. I was not there or thinking about it. So he gagged himself and threw up because, and
See,
then he
we
was
don't want
okay.
any of this.
So they
No.
definitely they learn a routine. And I think
Yeah.
also learning a routine helps them stay calm as well because they know what to expect.
Yeah.
And
You
you also
know,
bond with them, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
I'm not sure if Dean bonded with me, but
but you know,
You'll see at
you have
PCA.
your clients that you've been doing for so long that they know, like, oh yeah, like they know my name. You know, the clients are constantly like, we always say that we're going to go see Jordyn, and he gets really excited. And so, I mean, you do learn that too, and they know what it means. They associate you with getting groomed. So
they
I
get
got,
cookies at the end if they want
they
them.
do, and
Yeah.
lots of loves and pets.
I gotta tell you, ladies, your dog fidgeting impressions are very spot on. Almost like you've seen your fair share of it. Yeah.
Well, you gotta do the butt wiggle, the whole body
I
goes
do
like,
the whole button.
I've asked Kayla and Summer this many times, and obviously they're near and dear to my heart. But we just talked about the trade shows and all the vendors and all the companies that are there fighting for your attention, both, from if you're a professional groomer or even if you're like the end user. But with all of the brands, all of the companies, all of the curriculum, everything that you could possibly ever imagine in the industry, why do Stevie, Jordyn, why choose Yves Saint Bernard? Why choose Pet Skin Academy? And why choose the favors and this whole network of people that we have under this umbrella?
Because they do it correctly.
um
that was to the point.
Honestly, I'm so science based from my education and everything, that when we went and so I took a online course during, I want to say it was like right after COVID, from Dr. Faber. And so when I saw that he was in Hershey, I was like, I want to take his other advanced science course, or advanced skin and coat course. And then it just clicked. I mean, just clicked. He talks to you. He talks to everybody. He's so welcoming. So is Suzanne. And those are the type of people that I want in my life.
Yeah.
That's the company that I want to stand behind. Yeah, I mean,
They're just true people.
Yep,
Very true.
they're so welcoming. We got to go stay with them actually.
Yep.
This January, and they open their house to anybody and everybody, and they're just amazing people, an amazing company, amazing products. Can't say, I mean, I literally started using Yves Saint Bernard and haven't used anything else since. So, and that was 3 years ago.
I
Nothing.
lived at Groomed when we tested out all four legs.
Yep.
Um, Jordan's silver poodle. I will go on record saying I think it's the worst coat I've ever felt on a
You're not
poodle.
alone.
I don't know
Not
how you
alone.
get a finish that you do. That is skill. But like she was saying, like with Suzanne, we basically gave her four concoctions of
Yep.
all ISB and different combinations. One worked.
One worked.
Yep.
One worked.
Yep.
Which was hilarious because that was my concoction, you two.
Yeah.
And that's what I talked about with like going to groomed. I have a poodle that I've been struggling with. The critique on her is constantly the same, that she has crappy hair, she has difficult hair, she's not going to be one that I will win with. And I just want to prove to myself, like, well, I'm going to place with her once. I just want to place with her at least once. And so here's Kayla and Summer helping me.
Oh, yeah.
Saturday, they're busy and they meet her, and it's like, oh no, let's do some, let's do some things to try and help you in the ring tomorrow, and they took their entire Saturday afternoon with me on helping me.
Yeah.
So
That's fun.
it's those little things that you appreciate so much and are thankful for.
Extremely. They helped me structure on my poodle immensely.
Yeah.
That
And
I
you
was
got
able
best
to
first timer in show.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna sing your praises because you're being too humble.
That I know she is. I know.
I was drawing my lines before the contest, though. I was marking where I was supposed to go.
All right, ladies, I have a few rapid fire questions. I want you all to answer if you don't mind. Bigger challenge, doodles or poodles?
Doodles. I would rather prep 7 show standards in Continental than do doodles.
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 Doodles, there's such a wide variety in codes
Yeah.
that it challenges you on multiple aspects.
Personalities.
All right, Kayla, favorite shampoo or conditioner scent? Just to smell or
The mineral red. Maybe the black passion. I just got exposed to it. It might be my new. Yeah. That black passion's a close second, but mineral red, the line, it's wonderful.
Mine is actually ginger elderberry.
ooh.
Ooh.
I like the cherry short coat.
Oh yeah, that one too. Yeah.
Just don't get to use it enough.
Black passion.
Excellent choices. Kayla, what is one tool that no groomer can ever truly live without?
A dryer.
Good shampoo and conditioner.
Yeah.
Yeah, shampoo and conditioner.
Yeah.
Kayla, do you have
With dryer.
do you have a grooming oops or accident that you can look back at now and laugh? That you maybe thought was going to be catastrophic, but maybe now it's like, oh, okay, it worked out.
Cutting my dog in the ring and still placing.
That would do it. That would count.
I'll admit to it happened. I had chalk. Yeah, that was an oops. In Pet World, it was almost giving someone the wrong dog.
Ooh.
Almost. I did not do it. The husband almost had me convinced, but no. Continue.
A dog stepped on my scissor on the table, so I wear a tool belt now, and everybody makes fun of me, but I love it. I wouldn't change it.
Yeah.
Your guard comb coming off and the 30 blading a spot on the dog.
Ooh, I haven't had that happen.
Yeah, I haven't had that.
Haven't done that yet. I say yet.
I haven't done that. I haven't done that yet either.
At the old salon that I used to work at, we called it a snowflake moment.
Oh.
And so we used to give like glitter tattoos. And so one of the groomers did that on one of her dogs. I think it was a Yorkie. And it was like a spot this big right over the hip. And she made a snowflake on it. And so we call it a snowflake moment.
Okay.
Like it.
I like that. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I cannot think of one. I seriously cannot.
It'll come to you after.
It'll come to me
And you'll
after.
be like,
I'll send it in.
If you had to compare being a professional groomer and or competitor to any other profession, what would you compare it to?
oh,
I
Oh,
know
that's
what I
not-
would say, and you're gonna all think I'm nuts, and it's probably not right, but
could I combine a couple?
yeah.
So when I used to hire, if someone had no experience, right, and they wanted to come into a grooming salon, if they ever worked in the food industry,
Mm.
Yeah.
because it's constant, you're doing things with timing, a lot of moving parts. There's always something to do with downtime. That would translate. Can you multitask under high stress with a lot of moving parts? Food industry. It's
Yep.
not
I would
animals.
agree. I would agree with that.
Yep.
I would agree with
That's
that.
my next job that I want.
At least there's food.
After,
Less animals
after
land.
grooming,
Yeah.
you're gonna go to the
I
food.
want to be a bartender, man.
You're gonna need it after grooming.
Yeah.
Oh.
So the combination of WWE with, okay, it has to look good. All right, you have to please the crowd.
Summer, that's what I was gonna say. I swear to God. I agree with that.
Uh-huh.
Wait, did you say the combination of WWE? What was the other
I cut her
part?
off. I'm sorry. I got excited.
Showing dogs, like being a handler.
Okay.
That's kind of grooming though.
No. If you take the grooming out of it, you gotta
So you're just a
travel. You
handler.
gotta do all that other stuff. Okay, like you take the care, the maintenance of the dogs. Yeah, but like that's not grooming.
So
Mix those two.
that's so ironic that you said that, and I thought you were gonna look at me like I'm nuts because I'm friends with a lot of WWE wrestlers, and the way they describe their travel, the physical toll it actually does take on them. I know everyone says it's fake, but the pageantry and everything else, I was like, when I talk to you, ladies and gentlemen that are in WWE, it's so much it's so similar to what you guys talk about on the show, and it seems wild. But it's so true. And then they travel to these massive shows and like they're superstars in their world. And then if you're not into wrestling, you don't know who they are. But
We
if
need to make this a thing.
Yeah.
Like we need to make
yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's
some sort of saying of like, I don't know, groomers and WWE wrestling.
Or
There's-
like MMA, because you're actually getting like punched
Yeah,
and kicked in the
yeah.
face.
Yeah.
yeah.
No, because WWE still deals with physicality.
Mm-hmm.
And
So, right, MMA is just like all aggression.
It is.
True.
It is
All right,
mad.
that would be IPO or some bite sport.
Yeah,
No,
shitting. Yeah.
there you go.
All right, Kayla, would you rather groom first thing in the morning when you wake up or very late at night?
I would rather do it first thing in the morning. I end up doing it very late at night. Show poodles. But first thing, I want to be up doing it and be done.
I would love to start early in the morning and be done.
Yep.
Afternoon.
Absolutely.
Are we talking client dogs or my personal dogs?
Either.
Either one. Either one.
Everything.
Oh, it's very different though. I love grooming my dogs, like my personal dogs, from 10 to midnight.
Yeah, you're always up in the middle of the night.
Yeah, I love that.
That's
No
weird.
one talks to me. No one bothers me. No one's gonna call me on the phone.
Do you not need sleep?
She
Oh, I get-
naps. She sleeps in her
Yeah.
truck sometimes in between
Yeah.
dogs.
Oh yeah.
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 Hey, I'm a napper.
Right. I'm like, you guys, I'll talk to you later. I have 30 minutes before I need to show up to my next dog. I'm taking a nap.
Yeah.
She has a pillow in her bubble van.
Perfect. I would do that
Because
too.
I'm so short, my feet don't touch the pedals. So I have to have the pillow behind me because the seat doesn't go far enough forward.
What advice would you give to someone who's currently thinking about embarking on this journey, the same journey that you've embarked on, entering the industry, or even enrolling in some sort of schooling, or essentially just getting started? But what advice would you give to someone who's in the embryonic stages of their career and they're looking to build and get to the place where you are now?
Do it. Just do it.
Yeah. I love this question actually because I love teaching. I've taught many groomers. Job shadow. I think like you and especially like high school students and do something in the animal industry. It's not always the vet world. I think there's so many different avenues in the animal industry that you can go down that people don't know about. And so I always think like job shadow. You can always learn something from wherever you go that might spark some sort of interest. So yeah, that's kind of what I always advise anybody and everybody to either job shadow, get an internship, work in the field to make sure that that's the avenue that you want to go down before you spend so much time and energy into it and then it doesn't work out in the end.
That or find a mentor.
Yeah, find a good mentor.
Both you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Summer and I just
visit you,
made
Summer.
pets and
Your state over. We're visiting you.
Yeah. We've already decided that when Baby Poodle needs to be put into his show coat that we're gonna go to Summer and Kayla's gonna fly in and we're gonna all stay at Summer's.
Yeah.
I don't know if I told Summer yet.
Then we can go line dancing.
We can go
Yeah.
line dancing.
Sorry, Kayla. you're
Good,
fine.
you guys go. I'll be in Massachusetts.
Kayla, you have 3 against 1 over here.
Yep.
I
You
did get her
have
to line
fun.
dance for her wedding.
There's video in, in a wedding dress. It was fun.
We need to see that.
Should we all wear wedding dresses and buy summer wedding dresses?
I got 2 upstairs.
I have one, but I just don't know where it is at this point.
No.
I gave mine away like the year
Okay,
after
buy
we got
a fake
married.
one.
Yeah. No, I am not a hoarder. I don't hoard things. I'm a throwawayer. Anything that I can throw away, I throw away.
Off topic, sorry.
I'm a pack rat, but I love what you said though. I loved your
Yes.
answer.
Thank you.
I love when new people come in because then we just kind of claim them as our own and go, what are they up to? We're fixing this. Or we're just gonna get them a puppy. I mean, your girl is really sweet though. It's just she
Yeah.
has some
She's
You
for
know,
other reasons.
I may be
unfavorable
talking her-
things, but
Maybe
Oh, yeah.
talking her into getting the white girl.
Jewel,
Yep.
maybe
That's a different litter.
there's a couple. But puppies.
Mm-hmm.
Puppies.
Ha-
Yeah,
has-
get into grooming. You collect dogs. That also happens.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
my
that's
God.
it. That's what happens. Like, make sure you have enough space and time for your own house.
Has anyone ever came to any of you ladies for advice or direction, and then you explain to them some of the things we talk about, and they're like, "Yeah, no, never mind. I don't want to. I can't do this. There's no way. It's too daunting."
Yes.
We had a girl come in for a working interview, and she was great. Everything was fine. We showed her how to do anal glands. She then said, "Oh, I'm just going to run across the street to Dunks." She never came back.
Yep. I had that happen on lunch. Oh, I'm gonna go to lunch. Never came back.
Never came back.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Ripped that band-aid off right off.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
next.
You
Summer,
just move on.
Summer, you're nodding along. Has that happened to you as well?
I mean, no, I don't hire people.
Okay.
I've heard stories of like, oh, they were given a husky to dry, and like they started, and the first day they had a husky, and it was well-behaved husky or something like that, and they walked out the back door.
Yeah.
It was yeah,
Well,
it's not for the faint of heart.
No
Yeah.
question.
Not for everyone.
Certainly not everyone is built to do what all of you ladies do. And if all of you had to start over today, would you all choose the same career path?
Yes.
yes, I wouldn't change it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're honored that you did. We greatly appreciate all of your time. Jordyn Stevie, thank you so much for joining us. Kayla Sommer, as
Thank you very
always,
much.
congratulations on the recent accolades, ladies. And I know there's going to be more to
Good
come
job,
for all of you.
everybody.
And Jordyn Stevie, please come back again.
Of course.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
We loved having
Yes,
you. And it's always nice to be around really good, solid people that resonates off of you. And if Kayla and Summer know you, then you're obviously good people. So thank you so much for your time, all 4 of you ladies. This has been a lot of fun. We learned a lot, and greatly appreciate your time. So this has been For Real episode 2, and we can't wait to do it again. Ladies, thank you so much.
Bye.
you.
Bye.